it's not messy enough. It's just not messy enough.
Mm-mm. What's up, everybody? So today we're about to get into the Love is Blind review. So we're just kind of gonna give y'all our initial reactions of episodes 1 through 3. So we're about to get into it. First of all, we got Ari and Adri, and of course me, Trin. So what's up? What's up? All right, so y'all,
Hey.
Hey.
let's get into it now. As far as like initial first reactions of the season, like how do you feel about the cast? What do y'all think?
I think
Very
it's starting
bland.
off very slow. I had to rewatch a few scenes just to,
Hmm.
Not rewatch a few scenes. It's very
It
bland.
is
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna
slow to
lie.
get into.
Yeah, it was. And I was like, this is the first season where I think I kind of blanked out a few things.
Yeah.
Like I really wasn't paying all the way attention to it. So
There's no off
yeah.
the gate
Mm,
entertainment about it
no,
at all.
it wasn't. You really gotta, I don't know. I really had
Pay
to get in.
attention.
Yeah. Like, it didn't really pick up till what, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I think for me it picked up around 6, but we
Mm.
ain't got that far yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was slow. Like I had to find stuff to keep me entertained in the first couple episodes because it wasn't like the
Mm-hmm.
other seasons where they're like immediate jump outs. Like it's not messy enough. It's just not messy enough.
Mm-mm. That's a shame when you
Everybody
gotta
life
entertain
seems put
yourself.
together.
Right.
Ain't no baby mamas, ain't no baby daddies. It's just basic.
Mm-hmm. And then the jokes, I was like, I don't get it. I don't know.
Girl,
I couldn't get it. Like,
knock knock. What? No,
is it just me? All
no.
right. So, all right. Do y'all have a favorite? Like, just from watching episode 1, did you start off with a favorite? Ari?
Not necessarily a favorite, but compatible was like Joey and Monica, like the weird, goofy couple. I'm like, yeah, they're
Mhm.
made for each other.
Yeah. What about you, Adri?
I don't think I have a favorite per se. I'm fond of Devin. I
Mhm.
feel like, and I hope I'm not wrong about this, but I feel like he's very sincere, like being there. I don't know if I have a favorite couple though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I have a favorite couple.
Yeah. So for me, I think like coming into episode 1, I did think that Alex and Madison were cute at first. That was episode
Hmm.
1. Then I had to, I don't know,
Hmm.
feelings
Keep
changed.
watching.
But yeah, first episode, I thought they were vibing pretty. I don't know. I thought it was cute their interaction together. But as far
Hmm.
as like people in general, I really liked Brittany. I really liked Devin. Like separate, alone, I like them, and I do feel like Devin and Brittany had a vibe with them. I don't know if I necessarily felt like it was romantic, but they had a
Hmm.
vibe.
Yeah,
So yeah.
she seemed cool. I would have been interested, especially as it progressed, in knowing a little bit more about her.
Hmm.
I feel like that would have been a really good storyline
Yeah.
if the producers had kind of like worked that up the right type of way, but they
Hmm.
just wanted to be boring, so
Right.
we stuck. I mean,
Yeah.
I like Taylor. I'll say that too. I like Taylor. I think Taylor's very sincere. The oncology nurse.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like her,
Yeah.
but
Taylor was with Daniel. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I did like certain people individually. It's just, putting them together as a couple, I wasn't too sure initially.
Yeah, no.
But and then oh no, Megan and I don't know, Megan and Mason. I don't know if it was initial, like that first episode. They actually, I don't know, they just had this weird thing
Yeah,
going on, talking about aliens and stuff. I was like,
I
yeah,
think they kind
y'all need
of
to be
compatible
together.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. They anytime y'all both talking about aliens and all this and that, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
What was
what?
her name?
Megan.
Megan, the
Yeah.
blonde.
She
Yeah.
came
Hmm.
in super strong for me. I think I texted her and was
Too
like, this
much.
girl need to chill out. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
I was watching. I was like, oh, I was like, girl,
Yeah, she like
wait.
that super energy type of person.
Her and Molly both came in real strong and like threw me off. Like, I felt like if it was me on the other side of the
Mm-hmm.
wall, I'd be like, let me go.
Whoa, too much energy. Like, oh man, yeah, that was too much.
Mm-mm, let me get out of here.
Right. But okay, so all right, we're gonna break it down a couple separately. Now, Brittany and Devin, and I guess we can kind of pair this up with like episode 1 and episode 2. Like, how did we feel? Which we kind of touched on it a little bit, but Brittany and Devin, like as far as the things they had in common, like just their energy together, did you feel like it would lead to a romantic connection? What do you think? Do you think he would be attracted? Just tell me.
It gave me homie vibes off
Yeah.
the jump, like the way they were talking to each other. It
Mm-hmm.
just gave me like I don't I don't think either one of them would have been attracted to each other,
Yeah.
honestly speaking. I think that they are both beautiful people, but I don't think that they would have found each other attractive in that capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they just gave me like friend vibes. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I
Best
didn't see
friend.
romance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think they flirted. I don't remember them flirting. I think they just
No,
always talked
Yeah.
about
they just
stuff.
had a lot in common.
They
Right.
just had
Yeah.
really good conversation going on. Like their energy was good. Like you said, as friends.
Hmm.
And I feel like, yeah, if they were to see each other, I didn't think they would be attracted to one another at all.
No. Mm-mm. Not in that capacity.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna be
But
honest. I'm surprised anybody was attracted to anybody.
really,
Cause
really,
yes,
even with like Virginia and Devin.
even with Virginia and Devin, because I think she even said like she's not used to dating light skinned men. Like that's not
Oh,
her.
I
And I
Yeah.
don't
didn't hear
know if
that
that part
part.
had came out yet, but I remember her saying like that's not her typical type.
Mm.
Mm, I didn't hear that part, which that makes sense, but
Yeah,
no, I didn't hear that part.
I don't know.
Hmm.
It's just
Okay.
everybody's so boring.
Yeah. I thought their interactions, like their flow together was boring. I don't know. What do y'all
Yeah.
think about them two? Virginia and Devin?
It's boring. I can't keep up with it.
Mm-mm.
A lot of y'all like
It's boring.
a lot of the couples I'm like I don't really remember most of their conversations.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because it was just I don't know. I don't remember much of their conversations. I mean, I know she said she was a dancer. I know, I know she talked about that. She was girly girl. Like other than that, I don't know too much about.
Like I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like either the conversations were I don't know, maybe it's just the way they did their production. I feel like we usually see more talking and like engaging with them in the pods. I don't feel like anybody really talked about anything. Like I don't know. It just because I don't know what they even built anything on because she never opened up and talked.
Mhm.
I know he gave his spiel about like his history and what he went through with his injury and stuff, but she hasn't opened up and said anything. I don't know
Yeah,
nothing about her.
yeah, he was very open about, his struggles, like he said. But as far as her, she's just like, oh, you're gonna have to go through that. We're all gonna have to go through something at
Hmm.
some point, and if it's not that, then it's gonna be something different. And I'm just like, girl, that's the best you could come up
Yeah.
with.
I just hope she's not that boring in real life. Cause come on now,
I
Yeah,
don't remember that
I
conversation.
I do feel like she's damn.
I already just checked out.
I don't blame you though. Like episode 1, I don't remember much either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, that wasn't episode 1, I don't think. But I mean, yeah, I just feel like she's holding back a lot. Like she's just not being her true self. And then
hmm.
her response is, "Oh, yeah,
Devin.
that's awesome."
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
We have
I
some
don't
more.
see how they got. I don't see how anybody got to the red carpet because I don't feel like anybody said anything that was just. We need to go
Mhm.
back to the pods.
I
Right.
know. That's why I'm like, did they talk about things that maybe we just didn't hear? Like maybe they
Had to
just cut
be.
Right.
out.
Behind
Like
the scenes.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
had to be.
All right. So moving right along to Mason and Madison. What y'all think about Mason and Madison? You remember Mason
I remember.
from
Where they are
Matrix?
right now with them. Uh,
Mason and Madison.
You
let's
know,
All right, you
see.
got it.
Mason's the one that talks
I think
about the
they
age
got a
with the other
connection.
girl.
I think I think theirs is more romantic as far as like because they always talk about, oh, we want to cuddle, and
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
dream about
They're,
cuddling
yeah.
with you, and
I
I'll,
think, yes, very
yeah.
Yeah.
physical, very
So I think he
physical.
likes Madison in maybe like a romantic way, and then with Mason and Meg, it's more like their personalities are more to, match as well.
Yeah, I think that Mason is infatuated with
Yeah,
Madison. Like he's very physically, I don't know, he just be having these thoughts. Like I
And I
don't know
never
yeah.
seen
how,
her.
never seen her,
I
but he
feel like
just
if
got
he
these
saw her,
thoughts.
he would like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like, oh, don't say that to me. Like I'm like,
They're very nasty. That's all they
okay.
talk about. They're
Yes,
nasty.
that's exactly what I said. I was like, do y'all talk about anything else? Like, is there any depth to y'all's conversations? Or y'all just want to get in bed together?
Yeah. The thing about
I
like
don't
the
know.
cream pies and the oatmeal pie, whatever they were talking about, that you just
Mm.
Oh, I
no.
missed that conversation. Cream pie.
No.
Yes, I was just watching it. That was actually, oh, that was episode 4. That's why, Ari. I think it
Oh
was
Uh,
wow.
episode 4.
See, y'all jumping ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
I can't keep track. It's just there.
No, but even before then though, I think it was episode 3 where they were talking about like, what she wearing and he like, "Oh,
Oh yeah.
don't say that, blah blah blah." Like,
Yeah, she was like, I'm wearing this little sheer thingy with I was like, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then the comment about like him thinking about her while he laying in bed and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
said, well, if he do end up with Megan, I would be very offended to hear
I
that.
don't think he
Like,
would be as
damn.
attracted to Megan as he would be with Madison.
No.
Madison, yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't think they will work out either though. From the I don't think anybody's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
nobody is having the good conversations. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
know. Like, I feel like all of the conversations are very surface. Like,
Mm.
I'm really hoping maybe the production team just did a really bad job at the editing.
Oh
So
well,
we're
they
only
did.
seeing, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't feel like anybody had a good conversation about anything that made sense. Like, the odd people, the weird people, I can't remember their names. I don't remember
Hmm.
what they talked about. I don't know
Right.
what they talked about at
Yeah.
all. Like nobody talked about nothing serious.
I mean, I will
I
say
think David
Sarah brought up
does.
some very important topics. The Sarah girl, yeah, she
She
did.
did.
I
She
just
did,
don't
but
think she.
Sarah.
I don't think she acted, or I'm
she
gonna say
didn't
I don't
respond
think
well.
she. Yeah, she didn't honor her beliefs, and I'm
No,
gonna
she
say that.
didn't. And I feel like her beliefs that she said are not really her beliefs that she feels because she was
Mm.
able to easily look past stuff.
Yes, that's true. Hey,
So
I didn't think about that. That's true.
production did a horrible job. Fire the producers, fire the casting director, fire everybody. Just
Right.
throw the whole city away.
Hmm. Yeah, they should
Ari,
have
what were
chose
you
a
gonna
whole
say?
nother season.
Oh no, whenever I was saying Sarah, I was like, which one is Sarah? I can't remember.
Sarah. Oh,
She's like a dirty blonde, I think.
yeah, she's
I
a
think she's
blonde.
like a yeah, like a dirty blonde kind of in her head. I can't remember
I'm gonna
exactly.
see if I can find her, show you. But
Who's she
yeah,
talking?
no,
Ben. Sarah's with
Ben.
Ben.
Sarah and Ben.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, that's Taylor. I was gonna say, who is
No,
Sarah?
I was saying earlier. I said I feel like David kind of talks about serious things whenever he
Mm,
talking.
that's Sarah.
Mm,
Is that the one who said, what did she say? Something about,
About
I think
her
so.
sister being her
Gay,
sister
yeah,
being a lesbian.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
her.
yeah,
Yep.
Hmm.
And I thought she brought up, like, yeah, that was one thing she brought up, which I think, something important to her. And then, she brought up some other stuff that was important to her.
yeah.
Now, I think that he was big on, I don't know if I'm remembering this right, but he was big on religion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he said that he believes, but he's not necessarily. Well, he said he did go to church every Sunday.
right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like everybody contradicted themselves. Like, he was
yeah,
saying, like, at first, in one breath, he was like, religion is, it means so much to me. Like, my family is religious. Like, we do
yeah.
this every Sunday. I would expect you to go to church with me. And then after she called him out about that particular issue, and then
Hmm.
they came back, he kind of changed his tone about
Yeah,
religion because of
Mm.
how he knew she felt, to
yeah,
kind of like mediate or find some type of level
I
ground.
d- I do know what exactly you're talking about, because he was like, "Oh, I mean, yeah, I go to church and everything, but I feel like the church that I go to is like more understandable about those things." And I remember him bringing up
yeah.
that.
And he was like,
It's
I
like
have
he
my own
changed his
relationship.
tone.
Yeah.
He's
Mhm.
a liar,
Yeah, just telling her what she want to hear, basically.
and she's a dummy.
She said, love.
Let
God.
me let me ask y'all this. I'm going back to the whole Virginia and Devin. All right, so Devin said that he was younger than Virginia. Like, what do y'all think about that? I know, there's like, for me, it's always been dating a guy that's a little bit older, or but I mean,
I
but
love
I mean,
the,
what do y'all
you
think
know.
of what do y'all think about dating somebody younger?
She said something one time. She almost called him a little boy, and she caught herself. But that was like later on in the episodes. Like, it was after their reveal, and I'm not trying to
Mm,
skip ahead, but just to answer your question, it was after their reveal, and he was asking her like, "Do I look like what you expected? Like, is this what you thought you would be getting?" And she started her sentence. She was like, "Yeah, you didn't look like a little." And then she stopped, and she was like, "You look very nice." Like, she changed it, but you could tell she was finna get ready to call him like a little boy because of his age reference. And I feel like that's gonna be an issue for them. I think
mm,
that, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but it just seems like that's gonna be an issue. Along
yeah.
with some other stuff that later on
Mm,
people will see that they can't agree on. But I think
mm,
that's gonna be an issue because she says she's never dated anybody younger than her, right?
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the age
How old? I
difference?
don't remember her
But it's not a
age.
bad age
What is
difference.
her
I think
age?
she said she's 30 or 32 ish. One of
I'm
them.
about to
It
look.
wasn't a bad
And
one. I
how old
think it
is
was like,
Devin?
Oh, she's 34. Let me see how old
uh,
Devin is. Devin, where are you? So she was 34. I believe he said he was 28, if I'm correct. But let
I
me let
think
me
that
Oh,
was
that's
like
not
fact
a.
check
28.
myself. Yeah,
It's
oh, he
not a
was 20.
terrible
He's
age difference.
29. So 34,
Oh,
29.
that ain't much of a difference.
No, it's not.
I think you're gonna say
I
like
It's
he's
not.
24. Then I
But
would have been like, oh yeah.
men typically mature a lot slower. So even though he's
Yeah.
29 in age, his which I don't get that from him. I don't get that he's
No, no,
like,
not at all. I feel
but
like he's
He
very
seems mature.
mature.
he
Yeah.
seems very
Um,
mature.
yeah. And that's what I was gonna say. Like, I've never thought about dating someone, that
I
much
don't think I
younger.
could date nobody younger than me.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, I'm seeing that there are some guys who are like a lot more mature for their age. And to me, I guess if they look mature and they act mature, then maybe, I don't know. But there are some people who, actually are a lot more mature for their age. So I guess in that point, it would be different. How do you feel, Ari?
I mean, I'm indifferent. I've talked to people that was younger than me before, but And that's not what I would typically go for, but I have talked to younger guys, so
Yeah.
dating in a serious relationship, it just depends. Like you said, some people have different walks in life. Some could be more mature than others, so just
Mhm.
depends on the
They
person.
should do a show called Age is Blind, where you can't tell people how old you are. You just have to start dating and then just end up
Oh
figuring it
no,
out.
because what if I match with like a 88-year-old?
Then
Uh,
that's what your heart desires.
hold on. They should have an age cutoff. Like, okay, we're gonna do between this range. Like, no.
They
I mean,
should
I
do an
feel like he
Age
would
is
know
Well,
though.
Blind.
At
that
that
defeats the
age, you
purpose
don't
of the
know.
show. Age is blind.
At that age, if you can't tell, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you know an 88-year-old
you
year old,
gonna
you get to talking
tell.
to him. Come on now.
Yeah, you'll know. I'm trying to think. I know Brittany was much older than him too. I'm trying to remember how old Brittany. Oh, Brittany was 35. Brittany was 35. So yeah, both of them was older than
Yeah.
him. He was just very mature for his age. So I think that's why he had a pass.
Hmm.
All right. So moving from them, what do we think about David? Let's just say, what did y'all think about David like initially? I know, you know, feelings change as episodes go on, but initially, how did you feel about David?
He was corny
Yeah.
and just
He
no.
gave up like he was an ass in the beginning.
I
He
didn't like
did.
him then, and I don't
Like
What was
like him now.
superficial. I'm just used to girls with Botox and having their breasts done and da
yes.
da da. And I was just
Mhm.
like, okay.
And then that comment he made to Lauren talking about, because she said how old she said she was 32 or something like that. And he was like, oh, so you're not attractive anymore or something like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
excuse you. And then
His
she was
jokes were
like,
not really funny.
Yeah,
yeah.
his jokes weren't that funny.
They were dry.
Mm.
I
She
did
was
like the one
like,
when he was like, "So what's wrong with you?"
and that girl was like, what's wrong with you? She gave it back to him. I was like, period. Yes.
Yeah, he was super corny in the beginning, but you definitely see a personality shift with him throughout the
Yeah.
episodes. But I definitely think at first glance it was cringy to watch.
Yeah.
Everybody was cringy. Everybody made
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
cringe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
except Devin. Devin didn't make me cringe. He seemed pretty
No.
normal and like down to earth, but all the other people just gave me the ick.
Mhm.
She said the ick.
Girl, they did. Cause what are
She
y'all
had the
doing?
ick.
This was my face the
Yeah.
whole time. Like,
I
ugh.
know. Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
going
Mm.
on?
I'm gonna save my ick for later because we ain't got to him yet. But
Oh boy.
all right. But David and Lauren, like, how do we feel about them? How do we feel?
I don't think it's a good match. I think they're very different. I think Lauren gives me like not necessarily free spirit, but like I don't know, like she just kind of gives me like this open personality, and I
Which,
feel like he's very
mm,
like uptight and like stiff,
Mhm.
and I don't. I think that's why he has such horrible jokes because he's not like
yeah.
a naturally like entertaining
Yeah.
person. I don't think they're gonna work out. I don't
But
see
you
how
know
they would
what?
work out.
I thought it was gonna be the other way around. From episode one, I thought it was gonna be he was like more free spirited, especially with his conversation with Molly,
Hmm.
about the sex talk and stuff. But I thought he was gonna
Oh
be
my
more,
god, yeah,
yeah,
that was also cringy. Ooh.
yeah, and yeah. I thought Lauren was gonna be like very homely,
I didn't
but
even see them matching. Honestly, I didn't think that they would. I didn't think they
mm-mm,
would talk for as long as they did. I
right.
definitely didn't think that, but I also didn't think that him and Molly were a good fit either.
Yeah.
And Molly's delusional, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now that I'm seeing like other episodes, I feel like he matched with Lauren because like you said, he is very uptight and you could tell he wants his woman a certain type of way. And
Mhm.
he's very judgmental too. So I
And
feel
she
like
doesn't give me that. She gives me like sweet vibes from like
yeah.
Yeah.
first
And I
initial
think that's what
reaction.
it is. I think that's why he chose her is because she had the sweet vibes. He probably thought that she was gonna be more I guess conservative or whatever.
Submissive.
But yeah. And then, Molly is I ain't never had a boyfriend and stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure he was more attractive. It seemed like he was more attractive than Molly, but
Hmm.
because Lauren, I think he just chose Lauren because he felt like he could be have more control with her.
How old is Molly? Because
Ooh,
why
that's
have you never had a boyfriend?
right. That's what I see. I said,
I didn't
what's wrong
catch
with
that
you?
conversation.
Let
She
me
said it
see.
like when they first opened the pod. She when they were like, "Why are you here?" And she was like, "She's never had a serious relationship. She's only hooked
How
up with people before." And I'm like, "Girl, you like?" And she in her 30s.
she's
Mhm.
30.
30.
And probably what, 31, 32 by now. But
I don't
yeah.
think she needs to be there. To never have had a serious relationship and then jumping into a marriage as your first one.
Oh yeah, that's the recipe for disaster.
Right. Like, girl, how you go from never had a relationship at all
A
Because
to I'm
husband.
baby,
married.
there is ups and there is downs. So lots
Right.
of downs.
A lot of downs. Girl, that wasn't it. This wasn't the show for her. She
Mm-mm.
should try Perfect Match or something. I don't think.
Yeah, Love Island, same. Not
Yeah.
no.
Baby
No,
girl
no,
gonna have
Not
no.
an
Love is
annulment
Blind.
before a honeymoon.
Girl,
Right.
Love is Blind was not the answer. Like when she said that, I was like, she's never had a real relationship before. That's crazy.
Right. Mm-mm. I will say,
Mm-mm.
you know what? One thing about this cast, they did have a lot of people that was like in their 30s, which I thought that was good. It's like either um late 20s or early 30s. And I think maybe the oldest we saw was like what, 35, 30 something. But
Yeah, I
I
read
thought that was
online
good, mature.
the oldest they had there altogether, which they didn't show whoever this person was, but someone was 43.
Mm.
Now that's too old
Yeah.
for
What you
reality
doing?
TV love. I think
Yeah.
go to the
He needs to go
Walmart.
on Later Daters. Have y'all heard about that show?
That's a good show.
He
Did
need to
you
go
watch
on
it?
there. I've seen like a few episodes. I need to watch some more of it though.
Girl, them old people are picky.
And that it was actually very entertaining. I
It
was like,
was. But them old people are picky.
they
And I'm
are
thinking to myself, you a little too old to be this picky.
right.
Man, my grandma's still picky at her old age, so.
Not picky. Yeah, you better go to the flea market.
Your grandma looking for
People
somebody?
want what they want.
You hear me?
She's not looking, but like she picky. Cause I'll make
Oh,
jokes sometimes. I'll be like, "Oh, like you should go on a date or something." You know how they be
Not uh-uh.
breaking down people. Like I'll be like, "You
oh
ain't gonna
my
never find
goodness.
nobody."
Yeah, no.
They be picky.
Hmm. That's crazy. All right, so we are. Did we talk about Molly, David, and Molly? How do we feel about
Yeah,
them?
she's a weirdo.
She is. She gave me the
She's a
ick.
nympho. She give me nympho vibes. I think that's
She.
why she never had
Mm,
a real relationship because I think she give it up too easy.
mm,
You remember she said that though, and when they asked her, when Nick and Vanessa, she was like, "I've never had a real relationship," and then they were like looking like, "Are you a virgin?" She was like, "Well, I've had a lot of hookups, but I've never had a real relationship." Girl, you on TV? Don't be telling these people
girl.
your business.
I mean, we knew we can kind of read between lines, so talking about she didn't talk to some guys, but
Yeah,
no, she just I don't know. She just was so weird
she was
initially. I
very
was just like,
weird. She
hmm.
was too happy. I don't like people that are too happy. Like it's okay to be happy, but like when you're too happy, it scares me because you're the
Yeah.
person that's probably gonna blow the bank up.
And then I don't know, it's just her little movements that she do too. I was like, she got crazy eyes.
She does. She's weird, and she
Hmm.
lie a lot, which the people gonna see that later on. But she lie a
She
lot.
lied a lot. Interesting.
She be lying. Molly be lying.
She do. She really do though. I think she was being her and Madison was being really messy with the people that were dating their match. I was like,
So
yeah,
let me ask
Oh
y'all
so
something.
yeah.
Could you ever? I'm so sorry. They're just so rude and disrespectful. People in my
The,
house don't have no respect for what I be
the
doing.
way you look, that was funny.
What could y'all ever like be in the environment of like dating more than one person? Like, well, no, not even you dating more than one person, but like knowing that your partner is like dating other people, like even just talking, like in that kind of context. Trinice, why this
Mm-mm.
hard?
They gonna be like,
No,
they gonna say I'm crazy. If I got on that show, they're gonna think I'm crazy. Like I can't do it.
I can do it either.
My nerves would be so bad. And that's
Yeah.
what I be thinking. Like
With
when I'm
just
looking at,
talking, with just
well,
talking though.
I mean, not initially if I'm
I
just
mean, they're
getting to
all
know
just
them,
talking, but
but
eventually your feelings
you know,
get
when your
involved.
feelings get in it, it's like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Do y'all think they really be having their feelings involved after a couple dates?
I mean, look. Let me tell you, okay. It's well, I'm no, I can't say that I have feelings with this person. But like, you know, when you spending like hours with a person, like literally talking for
Mm.
hours, like that's different cuz it's different than like going on a date, we spend an hour here and then we go our separate ways. Like they're literally in the pods for hours
How
talking
many
to each
hours?
other. They say it'd be like a long
I
time. I
think
don't
they
know.
lying.
That what they say. That what them
You
people
gotta have a good
say.
connection to be in that, space with somebody for
They
hours.
make them like apparent. Oh, I'm just going off of like people who've done interviews on YouTube after the show. They say that
Hmm.
they be in the pods for hours. Like they be
I don't
tired.
even think I could do that. I don't even think I could sit there and talk to you with no nothing extra for hours like
Yeah.
that.
Especially if it's not somebody you like
And I
that.
can't see you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could look like Freddy Krueger. What are we talking about?
Right.
Well, love is blind.
No, it ain't. Not over here. I ain't got 20/20 vision, but I got some glasses,
uh,
and it be clearing things up.
I always think it's funny, like when they get to the reveal and it's like, oh, what are they gonna think about this person? I be
I
wondering, like,
definitely,
oh, I don't know. I'm scared for
because
you.
like,
Yeah.
let's be real. At the end of the day, you like what you like physically, and it's like you could establish this bond with somebody, talking to them for however long they be talking, but looking at them, you could be like, oh no. I don't care how good the relationship was.
Yep, that's true. All right, so Ben and Sarah, yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like episode 1 and 2, I don't think I paid much attention to Ben and Sarah at all.
Ben and Sarah, Ben
Look, she don't even know who
and
Ben and Sarah is.
They didn't get my attention until
yeah,
that particular conversation
Yeah,
came up.
I did hear them when they were talking about religion. Like I did. I remember that part.
yeah. I remember that conversation.
And the other conversation. That really I was like, okay. That part. But yeah, I heard him and her talking about religion and then when she brought up her sister. So how
Yeah,
do y'all feel about like, oh, this is what I want to ask. Okay, so they talked a lot about religion. How do you feel about like um religion, like when you're dating, like how important is that to you that y'all both are of the same faith or y'all both are believing in God? Like how important is that to y'all when you're dating someone or wanting to take this person seriously? What do you think about that? Because it came up a lot
Hmm.
in this season, and then I've also seen other dating shows where it seems to be coming up a lot now.
It's
What do you
super
think?
important to me because I feel like that's gonna be the. It. I feel like that should be what you build your relationship. What you build your relationship on, like that should be your foundation. And I think if you aren't aligned on that, it'll be very hard when you have those hard times because if you have one belief and then the other person has another belief, then they're never gonna like match up. So I think it's super important.
Yeah. I will say, I mean, I'm on a journey. But I would say as far as like yeah, as far as like couples and especially like people who have like strong beliefs And like I've seen other dating shows where these girls have like their strong beliefs, they feel this way, they feel this way about like how much time you're putting into like your relationship with God and stuff. So I feel like people who feel, that strongly, um are that strong in faith, I think it's very important for you to find somebody like-minded, because if you have somebody who just that's not for them, I think at some point in time in the relationship that could be like a issue. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's important to align with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why Ben and Sarah ain't gonna work.
Yeah, because not only did they not align with that, it was some other issues that they
Yeah,
didn't align with. And
I think it's very important
I'm gonna
because
say that
mm-mm,
other question because I'm gonna ask about that too, but
mm,
I'll say that for a little bit later once we get to that episode. All right, y'all, Joey and Monica.
Joey and Monica. Oh, the goofy couple.
uh-huh. Yeah.
y'all. When I say I literally can't remember one thing that anybody talks about that made this, I promise. It's like every time you name somebody, it's like blank in my head. Like I don't remember nobody talking about nothing that made good sense.
All the only thing I remember about them that like instantly comes to my mind is when she did that little dance that her and her family do, and she had him do that.
Oh.
I was like, not him talking about, oh, show me. You got to show me. Like, how she gonna show you? He on the other side of the wall. What you talking about?
Yeah, there. He couldn't be my
You
doctor.
have gone
He
to
couldn't
show
come in the room and
me.
try to help me. Cause what are you talking about, sir? I
They got
don't remember
doctors.
nothing they talked about. I don't
They
remember
just
nothing they
talk
talked
about
about.
like strange things.
Yeah, they were just. I mean, I don't think they were as strange as Megan and Mason, but
Yeah, no.
they were just very
They
goofy
was
with
very happy
their.
and they vibed with each other. It was like that.
Yeah, yeah, they were. But his voice just now speaking of icks, his voice gave me the ick. I can't stand hearing him talk. It's like his voice is so annoying to me.